Hi everybody, my name is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk and Facebook page Angelic Celestial Colours. I'm making a video today which is a channeling video. I've been working with the energy of Archangel Metatron now for a number of years, and I know some of you that are watching this probably know my work already. Some of you may be new and have sort of stumbled across me through whatever means you found me. On my Facebook page a few weeks ago, I asked for some questions which have come in, and I haven't actually looked at them since they came in. So what I've done today is I've just printed them off, and I feel very much in the flow of Metatron's energy today. So I'm just going to pick a few of the questions on here and just see what answers he has for us, okay? So I will put today's date on just because it's interesting. It's June the 9th. No, it's not. It's June the 8th. I'm a day ahead of myself. June the 8th, 2016. Okay, so first thing I think before, I'm just going to shuffle actually the piece of paper, very much I would a deck of cards, because I feel as though I'm not going to get through all the questions, so it will be whichever ones Metatron particularly wants to answer today. And I'm being drawn to this sheet, so I'm going to put the other sheet back for another video. And I'm just going to prepare myself just by linking in to a teacher's spray that I have just to help me tune in to Metatron. So I hope you find this video helpful, and we will get going. Okay, so the first question comes from Dolores Sitara Pescado. I hope I have pronounced your name right there, Dolores. And the question is how do I connect to Archangel Metatron and to be able to receive his guidance? Okay, so let's just tune into that and see what Metatron has to say. Listening to me, tuning into me, connecting into me is simply similar to tuning in a new radio station. This station has always been available to you. This station is available on every radio set, and you are the radio. Yet many of you have tuned in instead to discordant stations, to static noise, anything other than tuning in to me. And the reason many of you struggle to tune into my vibration is because deep down you know that by tuning into me, I will lead you into new places, new situations, new thought forms, new behaviours, new ways of being that may challenge much that has gone before. And so therefore you have to be ready. And the radio becomes set to the right station by you and I in divine timing, at the right place on your life's journey. For some of you, this direct link to me will be from an early age, and you will be conscious of that. For others, the direct transmission of frequency and waves and my energy will come through from wake-up calls in life, or times when you really have asked from the depths of your soul that you are ready and wanting this direct communication with me. It is available to all of you. It is available right now, in this moment, if you are ready. I am ready. I am always ready to talk with each of you, to communicate with each of you. Yet so often you are confused and have unrealistic expectations of how this communication is to happen. Just like tuning in the station, sometimes there needs to be effort and energy and diligence to ensuring that the connection is correct. You don't always stumble upon the correct station straight away. Yet it is always there, and I send out a pulsing light to all who want to seek communication with me. I may speak to you through my voice. I may touch you with physical presence. You may see me with your eyes. You may sense me in many signs, in colours, in shapes, in the animal kingdom, in the kingdom of flowers and plants and fauna, through many, many ways. My communication is not purely based on words or sound or sight. How can it be? This universe in which you and I operate is multi-sensory, yet humans focus so much on what they can see and hear only. Open up to the signs that are around you that show that I am with you. To communicate with me is simple. Request that the station is tuned in. Request my presence with an open heart, and I am there. Spend time, spend energy, open your heart to receive, and I am there. It is not difficult. It is as simple as closing your eyes, focusing in on me and my energy alone, and I am there. Do so regularly, and I will appear in a way that is right for each of you. Thank you. Okay, a question here from Fiona Rose, and it's a question for either Archangel Metatron or Archangel Sandalphon, or both. And the question is, what do we need to do for our planet Earth right now to help bring in the light? So what do we need most to do for our planet Earth right now to help bring in the light? Okay, let's see what Metatron has to say to that. And I just want to see which one wants to speak. And the first one to speak is Metatron. And then I feel Sandalphon hovering sort of behind with another message, but we're going to go with the Metatron energy first. And I'm being drawn to spray the joy energy to help me bring this one through. Your earth has carried so much pain for so many centuries, for so many thousands of years. It is heavy. But it is not stuck. The earth knows how to detoxify, transmute, shake off all that has been put upon her, within her, and around her. Mother Earth is wise, sentient, living, breathing, powerful beyond measure. She is not a victim of anything that is done to her. She can and will replenish herself. She seeks you to be joyful upon this earth, for you to not add to the heaviness that she constantly has to transmute. You ask how to bring light, and it is by being light yourself. By being light in the thoughts that you think, in the way that you live life, by living simply and honestly with integrity. By honouring the crystals within the earth and those that are already out of the earth. By honouring the animals, by honouring the flowers and the vegetation, by honouring the elements, by treading gently and carefully upon this beautiful planet, through leaving it in a better place than you arrive, through planting trees, through cultivating the land, through working ethically, through loving one another, through working through your own issues of anger, jealousy, hatred, judgment, spite, releasing all of these, dealing with all of these, integrating all of these, being at peace within yourself. This energy then transmutes down through your body, through your feet into Mother Earth. And she thanks you for that. To respect the waters of this great planet, to respect the people upon it, to respect the elders, to honour the young children coming through, to truly open your eyes and see the beauty of this place, to be in gratitude and grace for being alive here right now at this time. This is the best way to bring light to this great planet of ours. And it is ours, it is yours and mine and all divine living beings. So many within the solar system supporting life here on this planet, willing you on to a joyful existence, a light existence, a peaceful existence. Be the light, and by being the light, you sow the light into this earth. calling on Archangel Sandalphon for any message that he has. And there is a different energy that comes in with Sandalphon, so I'm just going to allow a moment for him to come through, for Metatron just to step gently to one side to allow his brother's energy to come through. Sandalphon comes through, and I'm struck by the sandals on his feet, the humbleness of his energy. And there is some sadness coming through here from Sandalphon. It is okay, it is understandable. We understand that at times you despair over the state of your planet. You despair over man's hatred towards one another. You are disgusted at the raping of the land, of the resources, of the short-termism. We understand all of this. Yet your anger and your disgust do not serve the light in any way. It is true that anger is an emotion that creates change, but the earth appreciates and wants gentleness, delicacy, compassion, and love. To send love to those that are attempting to destroy this earth. They will not succeed. To be compassionate to those that do not understand the depths of their actions and the consequences of that, either in actions towards their fellow man or through damage to the climate, the ecosystem, the very substance of this earth. There are many young, immature souls on your earth at this time. They need your wisdom, your guidance, not your condemnation. I, Archangel Sandalphon, wrap this earth in love and compassion. Love is what will heal her. Love is what will heal you. Be at peace with being here on this planet. There are many amongst you that struggle with that don't like being here, that feel it is an alien place, that wish for escapism to the stars, other planets. Yet you are here. You are meant to be here. Respect the choice that your soul made to come, to make a difference. Honour that. And look again at the earth underneath your feet, the surroundings around you, and know that just as the earth can recharge, replenish and rejuvenate, so can you. We wish you well. We love the earth, and we ask you to love her too. My healing comes up through the core of the earth, feel my energy, Archangel Sandalphon, as a pulsating vortex-like energy that comes up from the core of the earth, purifying, transmuting, regenerating. All is well. The earth on which you presently stand or sit, make peace with her, love her, for she loves you. Thank you. And we're going to stay with Archangel Sandalphon for the next question from Megan Fisher. And the question is this: why do some children experience so much pain and suffering at the hands of others? So the question from Megan Fisher is, why do some children experience so much pain and suffering at the hands of others? Okay. I'm just going to put the peace spray around me. And we'll tune into that. And actually it's Metatron that's come in first. They are, they're jostling for place. They both have so much to say. But Metatron is here, centre stage, wanting to answer this question. Both me and my brother Sandalphon have much to say on the subject of children, for we love them dearly. Yet I hold a special place in my heart for children of this earth. For Earth is one of the densest planets that you can arrive at. It is the planet where many lessons come through, where karma can be released and worked through, where you meet again with soul group members, some of whom you have past life issues with, ancestral baggage that may also come in with a new child. Not always, but sometimes. This is rich learning ground, planet Earth, and it is not for the faint-hearted. Having said that, know that all of you that are here chose it, and that includes the children. And you chose it because you wanted to be here for everything that you experience on this planet that cannot be experienced anywhere else in the galactic system. Earth is a rich, rich training ground, a school for souls. And the children of which you ask are souls incarnate within a small body. You see the small body, you see the fragility, you see the innocence, and that is true on one level. Yet within that small child's body that looks so vulnerable, there is, more often than not, an old, wise soul, often much older and much wiser than the ones who are tasked with bringing these children up. Never more has this been true than now, with wave upon wave of spiritual children coming into this planet, who are coming in to shake things up, to change the status quo, to rebel, to show a new way for humanity. These children will not lose their spiritual roots. And yet the ones that are tasked with bringing them up, and this includes not just parents or carers, but teachers, extended family members, adult friends, adult society, is often placed with those who have a younger soul. Not always, but often. And so we have a mismatch of energy a lot of the time. See the child that is abused or neglected as an ancient wise soul that they actually are, not as the small broken body that they may display. We know this is hard as a concept to fully understand and appreciate whilst you are here on the earth, yet it is the divine truth. So much of your journey on earth by its nature focuses in on the 80+ years you may be born and live and die, or for those of a shorter lifespan, the 10 years you may live and die, or less. Yet your life and your experience and who you are at soul level is so much more than what happens here and that you can see. It is the tip of an iceberg. What is experienced here by anybody is the tip of an iceberg of what you have already experienced, gone through, learnt from, enjoyed, been challenged by in other lifetimes. And so see it as such. It makes sense. It balances. That is not to say that we do not weep when a child is hurt or abused, but we honour the soul that has come through and is having that experience here at this time on earth. And we are always around to support and to comfort. And children know often that we are there. Ask for my energy, my love, to be around any child in need at this time. I will comfort the small child's body and bring it what it needs in terms of love and shelter and refuge. Yet I will also honour the huge, abundant, wise soul that lives within that small child's body. I will see both aspects. Archangel Sandalphon's energy just coming through now. Just allowing a moment for that transition to take place. Collective consciousness is something that is talked about, is understood in spiritual circles. Collective consciousness is about looking out for, guarding energetically and physically, and guiding any child that is in distress. It is about speaking up when you fear for a child. It is about being there when a child needs you. It is about seeing that child, truly seeing, listening, hearing, holding, Many in society run away from the abuse that is happening to children, whether physical, emotional, or sexual. And it is because their own inner child is hurt and damaged, shut down, unable to reach out to the other child in distress. By healing your own inner child, by making him or her happier, more at peace, the child within you is more able to reach out energetically and help those children in distress. There is a collective responsibility for all on this planet to stand up for the rights of children. How many more have to come through to try to wake up humanity to the injustice, humiliation, betrayal, and hatred of children in many parts of society? How many more? Unite as one. Be the voice of that child. Be present. Care. Campaign peacefully. Make their voice heard. Support those who help children. Support the parents. Support the communities. Support the activities within communities that are for children. For those that are ill, for those that are damaged, for those that are hurt. Remember, each of you can help enormously in dream state through prayer, through intention, through holding a vision of the world's children being loved and happy, free, and able to be children. For humanity to wake up to the exploitation of children, we need you to be saying prayers on earth so that we can send the legions of angels that are waiting to help. You live on a planet of free will. We cannot step in and help unless we are asked. We want to sweep in and help. We want to sweep in and help erode and dissolve the sexualization of children, much of the media that damages and stunts their growth through encouraging them to grow up before their time. There is so much work that needs to be done, but please ask us to help. We cannot do it unless you ask. And we want 1 million voices asking, and then 10 million more. You can change this if enough people care enough to want the change. For your children's sake and future children's sake, ask, pray, and send love. And notice the child or the children in your own communities who need help at this time, and help. We send a wave of love down now to all children of the earth, wherever they are, to any child in need. we are with them. Okay, we're going to have one more question, and for today's session, I'm going to go to another list. There's nothing wrong with the other questions on that list, it's just I feel they're for a different video. So one that's compatible, or I don't know, just in the flow of what Metatron or Sandalphon want us to talk about. And it feels like it has to come from the bottom of the pack, which is this one. Okay. There's 4 questions here, and I'm just going to ask which one to answer today. Typical Metatron, he wants every single one. We will do that. Not in one video though, Metatron. Okay, this is an interesting one, and I have no idea what the answer is, so I'm interested myself. It's from Melissa Ann, and it's a question for Metatron, and it says, I need a spray for this, and I'm just going to grab a spray. Grab the indigo. So the question is, when we have darkness in our past lives and Akashic records, does that past life still remain a part of us? Is it integrated or completely removed once we have healed? And I'm spraying the indigo, light in the dark. So when we have darkness in our past lives or Akashic records, does that past life still remain a part of us? Is it integrated or is it completely removed once we have healed? Okay, and I'm going really cold as I tune into this, which gives me a sense that we're going into the void to answer this question. I'm just going to link into the energy here. Thank you, Metatron. Okay, before I directly channel him, I was just asking him why I've gone so cold. I've gone very cold at my shoulders, through my upper body. And he's talking about the coldness as in when something is alive or dead, as an energy. So when we have truly healed something, when we have truly integrated something and processed it from a past life, oh gosh, it literally is as though it's dead. Okay, so that doesn't mean that we don't still have a memory of it, because it's part of who we are, but it doesn't necessarily have an impact, and it doesn't have to rule the show anymore. And so I'm just having to do this to warm myself up, just to work through something here which must be collective as well. I'm sensing some of you may also have gone cold as well. So if you have, just know that there is a release happening here. Breathe into it. Can you please let go of what you identify with in terms of who you have been, what you have seen, what you have done in a past life? If you have fully integrated this, made peace with this, forgiven, moved on from, healed. The answer to your question is that the Akashic records stay open as a record of everything that you have been and everything that you have ever done, for good and for bad. You will have done bright, beautiful, loving things and been bright and beautiful and loving, and you will equally have been the one who was difficult, hateful, spiteful, who persecuted, who judged, who may have killed. You have been all. The question is, have you learnt from it? You will only know that for each lifetime by asking me to show you what you have been. And I will show you what you have been, for good and for bad. But you will only be shown that to heal from it, if it was in any way challenging or left open in some way, or if it was a wonderful life of many gifts and talents. You will then be asked to bring those back into yourself and integrate them. But they don't stay alive as living entities in their own right. They are just energetic memories. And memories can either serve you or can destroy you. So those that seek to lower you through maybe behaviours or aspects of personality that you have kept working on from life to life to life, know that in this life it can be healed and it can be made cold and dead. And that is an aspect that no longer serves you in some way. Anything that does still serve you in terms of your own growth will be kept warm. Maybe it's here to bring great gifts or blessings into your life. Maybe it's here to retrieve wisdom that you've forgotten about. We will not make cold such wonderful energy. We will only help to turn to ash those aspects of past that no longer serve. Okay, I think that answers the question actually, rereading it. It's clear he's saying that if we have had darkness in our past life, that it can be turned to ash, it can be made dead effectively, so that it doesn't keep interfering now with this life that we have. But something that is still very beneficial or beautiful, that we may have witnessed or been party to or taught, that obviously still can stay alive within us, because why would you want to make that cold and dead? Okay. And I'd like to just do this one more, and then I'm conscious we're at 44 minutes, so I'm not sure who sent this one in, so apologies for that. Not sure who it is. It's a question for Archangel Sandalphon. And the question is, how do you see working with crystals in healing evolving? And how do you see getting to know our animal companions on an even deeper spiritual level evolving? Okay, so there's 2 questions there. Let's just take them one at a time. So Archangel Sandalphon, how do you see working with crystals in healing evolving? Okay, so let's just consciously invite in Archangel Sandalphon's energy. It's not a case of Archangel Sandalphon, it's not a case of the need to keep discovering new crystals, although some will be found and will be beneficial for Earth's evolution and human self-development. The majority of crystals that you need to heal your body and the Earth have already been discovered for you in this lifetime, for this generation and the next generation coming through. You keep seeking to find new stones, new gems, new crystals with higher and higher vibrations, without realizing that the ones that you already have here on Earth are ascending with you. So an amethyst that might have been found 30 years ago has evolved just as you have evolved over the last 30 years. Crystals are evolving in consciousness and in the same way, although much faster, as they have done through all millennia. Crystals are alive by nature and so therefore are not static. We want to draw you to this appreciation for what you already have, for the tools that you've already been given, rather than the never-ending quest to keep finding more and newer and rarer. There is no need for this. Look once again at the crystals that you already have. Appreciate them, honour them, love them, cherish them. It is true that a crystal will find you when it needs to. There needs to be more sharing of some crystals. To pass on crystals that you no longer need to other people that may appreciate them. Some of you have huge stocks and many you're not using, so pass them on because it keeps the energy fresh and distributes them to where they're really needed. How do you see working with crystals in healing evolving? Using them out of the body, using them more in aura work. There has been an emphasis over the last 10 to 15 years of placing crystals onto the body. And this has been because so much focus has been on the chakra points within the body, which is still important. But yet you know that the work with healing is evolving to focus now on out-of-body chakras as well as in-body chakras. And so there needs to be attention drawn to crystals that can work with the out-of-body chakras, with the Earth Star, Alta Major, Soul Star, Stellar Gateway, and also the different layers of the aura around you. So think about the crystals that your auric body needs, all the different levels of the auric body. The causal, the astral, the mental, the emotional, all the different layers of the aura, what crystal energy resonates with that. And create a grid, a template within your healing space or home where you symbolically place yourself onto a piece of paper. So this is coming back to me talking, he's talking a different way now. What he's showing me is a piece of paper. You place something that represents you on the piece of paper. So I've just got a bottle to hand basically, but you know, it could be a picture of you, it could be a photograph of you. In fact, yes, a photograph of you would be good, but it would need to be a very recent one, so it's working on the present energetic you. So if you're working with an object that represents you, you have to tune that in, you have to program that so this becomes me. It's like a surrogate, effectively. And then you literally link into the different layers of your aura. So you're linking into what does the astral, what does the mental, what does all the different layers need, and you're placing crystals on that point. So he's talking about that. Thank you for that, Sandalphon. How do you see getting to know our animal companions on an even deeper spiritual level evolving? This is to do with telepathy. Those that have animals, that keep animals as pets or companions or livestock, will know that animals communicate anyway to us all the time. And what has blocked communication, Sandalphon is saying, is the fact that they are communicating to us all the time, yet we are not communicating back. And we are not communicating back because there is a residual fear that we are going to be thought crazy. And he is also talking to me here about talking to plants in the same way. And actually this came up for me, myself, very recently in the last few days. There is a lovely plum tree outside my window, and it's got hundreds of plums on it, and there are far too many. And we looked up what to do, and to help save this tree so it can actually produce some good fruit, you need to take a lot of the small little plums off it so that they can ripen and we'll get a good crop. And it felt a really quite vicious thing to do because 80% of the crop had to come off to save the rest. And I said to my husband before he did it, I said, just talk to the tree before you do it to tell it why you're doing it and that you're doing it for its ultimate good and that it's all okay. And he did actually do it. But even though as I was saying it, I was thinking, this sounds a bit strange. Of course it doesn't to you and I. But it's the same with animals. They are communicating to us all the time. But we actually, human beings, are the ones that are sometimes blocking the communication back. That's what I'm being told to say to you with that. Okay. So I'm aware it's 53 minutes. So I'm going to close now with the earth spray. I'm just going to put this around me just to ground in the energies of what's been said today. Hope you found it helpful. I'm going to put it onto my YouTube page. I have got other questions here that need to be addressed, and we will do that in a different video. If you have other questions that you'd like to put to Sandalphon or Metatron, please do send them in. Send them in either on my Facebook page, Angelic Celestial Colours, or just put them below this video. And I won't be able to answer all of them, but I will answer the ones that I am guided to. Much love, everybody. Thank you, and wishing you peace and love. Bye-bye.